Hey YouTube, it's your girl Tammy C. Walker coming to you with another video. And I'm just so happy to be on camera for a change. I hope you're doing well. This is Dreams Are a Reality. I am the owner, and this channel is all about light and love. I created this channel hoping that I can help others with their motivation, and I want you to know that you can have the life you deserve. It can be more money. It could be your own business. It could be a better career. You can buy your own home. You can travel. And of course, you can get the love of your life. You deserve all those things and then some. So if you like what I'm talking about, join the Dreams Are Reality family. Hit that like button for me. And as always, drop some comments. I love reading my comments. And I just appreciate all my subscribers. Today, got to talk about one of the greatest of all times, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. It is his birthday. He turned the young 59 years old. I'm talking about him because I'm from Chicago. I'm outside of Chicago and born and raised here. But Michael Jordan was an important person in my life. I followed all of the championships, and Chicago is sports. We have the Cubs and the White Sox for basketball, baseball, and of course the Bulls for basketball, the Blackhawks for hockey, and the Bears for football. And we have a couple more teams, but I just want to jump into this video. Today we are going to talk about what I learned and you can learn from Michael Jordan. Yes. So, the rumor is, or we say, he is the greatest basketball player of all times. The younger generation, they'll say, oh, LeBron is better. I don't think like that. Like, to me, greatness is greatness. Like how they always pin Michael Jackson with Prince. No contest. Because they were so different. Like, Michael Jackson, extraordinary dancer. His range was beautiful. He's iconic. From the Jackson 5, nobody could dance like Michael Jackson. Then you have Prince, who could play all of these instruments, who wrote all of these songs, who his voice was extraordinary, and his dance moves were one of a kind. How can you pin them against each other when they were so different? Both great. So I just have a hard time comparing great people. That's how I feel about Michael Jordan and LeBron. LeBron is insane, phenomenal. So I don't want to compare him with Michael Jordan because he's different, but he's amazing. I mean, one of a kind. Let's get into it. I'll tell you some of the things that Michael Jordan said and lessons that you and I can learn from him. He accepts his failure. Michael Jordan said, I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something. Can't you relate to what he said? Because this is a known fact. When you fail, you only get better if you take the lesson from the failure. It doesn't have to be a down and out type of thing. 9 times out of 10, if you really think about why you failed, you can recoup from that and you'll be greater later. So failure, it teaches us some of our best experiences. Just went on to say, successful people know that defeats are the most valuable experiences in life. It's our mistakes that show us the right way eventually. And Michael Jordan decided to accept failure, learn from it, and do his best next time early on in his career. I so agree. Let me go to the next one. Another thing Michael Jordan told us was always try again. Just like the late great Aaliyah said, if at first you don't succeed, she said, dust yourself off and try it again. So Michael Jordan said, but I can't accept not trying. And that's kind of what I try to tell people. It may be hard, but do you want to have that life where you did not give it a good college try? You gave up early on before you got to the victory. That's the mistake that a lot of people make. They give up too soon. You have to try again. You really do. Michael Jordan showed us that. Michael Jordan, this next one is 3 billion% Michael Jordan. Practice daily. I'll never forget seeing him and Scottie Pippen, on TV. Scotty's going home, and Michael Jordan was like, where are you going? And grabbed him, a little bear hug around the neck and said, you're not going home. You're ready to go back in their building and keep practicing with me. And they went back in and practiced. When everybody was going home, Michael Jordan was still dribbling, shooting. And another thing Michael Jordan said about himself, he said, I know people say I'm the greatest and I'm so spectacular and this and that. He was like, honestly, I don't see it that way. The dunks we saw, the different moves he made between the legs, the shifting of the ball in his hands. He said he practiced that over and over and over. So when he got on the court, it was like just riding a bike. It was like easy. What we saw was amazing, but what he said he did, it was routine, things he had done in practice. So practice makes perfect. And I always say that for myself. I feel like my daily routine, it made me more, I would say it helped me to earn more money. It made me more business savvy. It's made me want to take more risk because I read that daily word every day. I do my meditation. I do my journaling. I've been reading Think and Grow Rich, and I'm on YouTube just trying to get into a lot of motivational, videos. And I love Tony Evans. I started one of his sermons today. So between all of that, I feel like doing that daily, and being consistent, it just helped me have a better life. So whatever it is you're trying to do, practice, 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 practice. The great Michael Jordan told us that. This is what he said. He know. I set another goal, a reasonable, manageable goal that I could realistically achieve if I worked hard enough. I approached everything step by step. How can you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So he's telling us that he set goals, but he didn't go set some unreasonable goal. And I think that's what some people do. I'm going to lose 40 pounds in 3 months. No, you're not. So why do that? You're sitting on the couch eating bonbons or whatever you do. And I'm going to work out 7 days a week. No, you're not. You're probably not. So don't do that to yourself. Start small. I'm going to work out twice a week. Sounds better than 7 days. Then you go up to 4. Next thing you know, you're doing 7 days. But don't try to overdo it, because this is why people burn out. They get discouraged because that's a lot of pressure on yourself. Listen to MJ. He knows. He knows. Take action. Some people want it to happen. Some wish it would happen. Others make it happen. Like Michael Jordan. Look, you could sit and I wish upon a star. You're not going to get very far. You have to put action into it. You got to put action. It can be writing 2 sentences. It can be taking your professional pictures for your website. It can be contacting someone to help you set up your website. It can be putting labels on your product. It can be talking to a mentor. And this is the one thing that a lot of people miss out on. If you know somebody that's in the field you want to get in, set up some coffee time with them. Have a cup of coffee and talk to them. Do it virtually. Now we kind of don't have the excuse. We can catch somebody on Zoom for 30 minutes now and get some insight from them. So it's like, take action. Don't keep making up excuses. We're already in March almost. It's February 17th. Next thing you know, it's March 1st. Then it's April. And then another 2022, it will be gone, and it'll be more shoulda, woulda, couldas. Take action. This thing went on to say, many people spend a great deal of time trying to think of the best idea, to plan it, to predict it. Everything could happen and prepare for it. Others dream more than they do. Have you heard of these people? You talk to them, well, I'm about to open my own chicken shack. And you're like, never see this restaurant. Or, oh, I got a line of clothes that I just designed. You never see the clothes because they start and they never finish. You got to take action. Michael Jordan said, enjoy the game. That's what he did. Enjoy every minute of life. This is how I feel about being a therapist. It doesn't feel like work. I'm talking to some great clients. I think highly of my clients. I really do have sophisticated professional clients, and maybe even like a young teen client, but I love my clients. And it does not feel like work when I'm trying to help them, because you know why? I figured out my passion. So that's what you have to do. And what about outside of your work? Even if you're a YouTuber, you have to enjoy doing this. And that's what keeps us coming back. Any other YouTuber would tell you that. because you do want to quit sometimes when it's kind of not going the way you want. Or I know sometimes I think I have great material and nobody's hardly viewing it. And I'm like, why am I even doing this? But God, it's like He keeps saying, well, get on there and talk about this. Or something else will hit me. I'm like, well, I just got to say it. And if one person listens, it's all to the good. So you have to enjoy every minute of life. Not only your work, what about your personal time? Like tomorrow, I'm going to get my hair done. That's something I do every 2 weeks. And by the way, you all, it's snowing. We had just got rid of our snow. I have a patio and it had snow on it. And yesterday it was gone because it was 50 degrees. I looked out. Oh, it's snowing kind of hard too. And they said 2 p.m. it was going to start snowing. It's 2:35. So now it seems like something will happen when they say the snow is coming. They got it down to a science, but they are accurate. It is man, this picked up a lot just in like 10 minutes. So I worked remote today. I'm so grateful. But yeah, it's not looking good out there. Anyhow, what about your personal life? What is it you enjoy doing? So I was going to say I'm getting my hair done tomorrow, but I enjoy going over there because it's another couple of hours or more with my niece who's 35 years old. And I always say that because when people say niece, they think like a little girl. And I have teen nieces too. But no, we get to laugh and we usually watch something so funny on TV. So it's such a good appointment. Then I have great nephews, 4, 9, and 15. I get to giggle with them, or maybe I'll bring them a treat or something. But I try to enjoy my life as much as I can. I had dinner with a friend on Saturday, and when the weather's better, I go for walks with my older sister, and they look great nephews, my brother-in-law, and whatever else I do. So that's what Michael was saying. Whatever you do, make sure you're having fun. That's what Michael Jordan was doing each game. You could tell. You could tell he had his tongue hanging out. He was laughing. He was like, oh, I don't know. I'm just great. He just was having a ball. And, like, that's how my Bulls are now. They are having fun, high-fiving, hugging each other. If you're not having fun, why do it? Why stay in a relationship if you're not having fun? Get out of it. Why do people do that to themselves? Get out of it. Ugh. I did it before. It's a bad way to live your life. He said, now this is a tough one, let go of expectations. If you accept the expectations of others, especially negative ones, then you will never change the outcome. You know, people expect for you to, I don't know what the hell they expect. I mean, I can sit up here and lie to you. I'm not the one to get down with people like that. I put a lot of pressure on myself. So, my expectations exceed what anybody could put on me. And I think I would only probably be concerned about nobody. Maybe my late parents. I looked up to them, so probably them. But overall, I'm my own woman. I don't know. I could just read you this. Another great lesson from Michael Jordan is that expectations often get in the way of what we want to achieve in life. And if you let them, they prevent you from moving forward. Oh no, child. You just can't don't listen to what nobody say. If you are getting married to someone and people don't like that person, I mean, what can you do? I noticed that people get caught up in that. Oh, I hope his mother likes me. Oh, I hope. You know what? You're going to be in the bed with this guy or this lady. This who you have to look at and smile at and maybe have a disagreement with. If you're going to sit up here and worry that somebody don't like you, it's going to be a tough go at it. My ex-husband is one of 10 siblings. And at the time, one of his siblings had passed. Since then, I believe another one has. But I couldn't worry about if they liked me or not. I had to, it had to be me and him. So, I don't know. I just don't believe in having expectations, letting others' expectations hinder you. So let go. Let go of the expectation. If that people have expectations of you, you have to let them go and move forward. Whatever you do, be dedicated. If you're going to sing in a choir, I sang in a choir for 19 years. I was dedicated. When I went and got my bachelor's degree, I was dedicated. I got my master's degree. I was dedicated. Now, I'm telling you why I was dedicated. My money. My money was on the line. Mom and daddy didn't pay for that. I was grown. When I went back to school, Mama and daddy's money didn't pay for that. So I'm dedicated because I'm funny about my money. Michael, he didn't miss a game. He played hurt with pain when he was sick. He came out and performed at an intense level. I don't think anybody ever went away disappointed after watching Michael. That's from Phil Jackson. You know he know. In order to receive what success has for you, you'll have to give something in exchange. It's often your time, your energy. You gotta focus. Dedicate enough of them, and you'll be on top of your game. My sister funny. She was like, "Girl, she's 19 months older than me. Girl, how did you stay up to 2, 3 in the morning doing those papers to get your social work degree?" It's called thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. And I knew if I just stay up tonight and do this paper, I'm going to be greater later. I'm not going to be at the desk pushing paperwork and feeling like I'm wasting my time. I'm going to be doing something that speaks to my heart, like talking to my clients. So no pain, no gain. It's going to hurt a little bit, but you'll be smiling later. Be dedicated. Whatever you're doing, your YouTube channel, be dedicated to cranking out your videos. You're a singer. Do your voice trios. Get you a vocal coach. If you play an instrument, which I play the guitar slightly, you need to practice a lot of hours, and that's why I'm not that good, because I didn't dedicate time to it. I speak about my tennis. I've been playing since 2008. I could play now, but it didn't start out that way. When I first started, I was hitting the ball over the fence, no ball control, couldn't get up to the ball, was too slow to back up. But now I got it. But that took 10 years of consecutive playing every summer. So be dedicated and you will see results. Be humble. Be humble. There will be a player greater than me. So maybe LeBron James is greater than him. To some people, not to me though. Not to me. But whoever, whomever comes before him. Kobe Bryant was another phenomenal player. Michael Jordan knows that even if the world thinks he is the best basketball player, someone else will eventually come along who is better. And we know LeBron has broke some of his records and stuff. If I'm not mistaken. I believe he has. So you should be humble. That's a tough one though. When people get money, fame, investments, you just see a different air about a lot of people, and they start puffing their chests out, and especially if you've been knowing them from back in the day, and now, started from the bottom, now I'm here. It's hard to stay humble. There's a lot of people, they are not humble, and they get the big head. I think Simon Cowell from American Idol, he said when you start feeling yourself, that's when the problems start. And he said he was arrogant. He had money just before American Idol. He was born into money. And some type of way he lost his money. And he said he had to humble himself. And he had to re-get that money back. And now you could tell he's still kind of arrogant. Kind of. But you know what? He still gave us good advice. So even if you're successful, a little bit of humility goes a long way. At the blink of an eye, you can lose what you have. You can have billions and lose your legs, lose your health. You can have billions and lose your kid, your son or your daughter. So a little bit of humility goes a long way. Even if you become successful, remember where you came from. Treat others with kindness. Treat your family with respect. Treat your friends with respect. Treat your fans with respect, because they put you up top. So we gotta stay humble. And I just love seeing humble rich people, or humble famous people, or just humble people. It's a breath of fresh air, because I think it's a tough thing to stay humble. Stay focused on your goals. The game has its ups and downs, but you can never lose focus of your individual goals. And you can't let yourself be beat because of lack of effort. So stay focused. I keep looking at that snow. That got me going. I don't know why. I should be used to this, right? Yeah, you never get used to snow here. But stay focused on your goals. Even when things don't go as planned. And this what helped me when it came to goals. I had to learn that it's a-okay if I want to lose 5 pounds by April and I only lost 4. Hey, push it back a little more. It's okay if You know how some women, I always beat up on women, but we're the ones that put these intense goals on ourselves. I wanted to be married by 35. Maybe it's not going to happen like that. You might be 42, but does it matter if you're 42 or 35? And I know when it comes to having children, that is important. But if you keep that body in optimum shape, my sister had a baby at 40. So I always use her as a great example. So you still can get the baby you want, but that goal, keep it. I want to get married. Well, stay on that goal. And eventually, preferably you will, but if you miss the date, don't beat yourself up. Stay on your goal. Michael Jordan, he kept his vision, stayed true to what he believed in, and never let anything from the outside world get in his mind and in his heart. Now that's real talk. Last but not least, one of the most powerful ones, you gotta leave fear behind. What is fear? What is fear? Limits, like fears, are often an illusion. So when you are afraid, what are you afraid of? Sometimes I'll break the fear down. Like, let's keep it real. I talk to myself. Let's keep it real, Tammy. What are you really, like, why are you really hesitant with this? What is really behind you saying no? What is really behind you not going? What is really behind you not spending that money on bettering yourself? Get to the root of that fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. And a lot of times we are our worst enemy. It's nothing to be afraid of. No risk, no gain, no pain, no gain. And once you take that risk, you are going to feel better. You feel empowered and bold, like, yeah, I can do it. I can do it. And that's what Michael Jordan showed us. I don't know if you know it or not. He was cut from his high school basketball team. And, I was talking about Michael Jordan on this recording I did, but I decided to get on live. I'm sure Michael Jordan was probably intimidated by the Detroit Pistons, the bad boys of Detroit. And when he came through that lane for a layup, he got his butt knocked down. When Scottie Pippen came through, they had Scottie Pippen bleeding at one point. Bill Laimbeer, Isaiah Thomas, Dennis Rodman. I said Joe Dumars didn't belong. He was a sweetheart. But that was a rough team. That was a rough team. But hey, the next season or so, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, they got on them weights and they said we gonna buff up and we gonna beat some butt. So next time they came through the aisle or the lane, they was able to drop an elbow or command respect. So don't let a Detroit Piston or whatever your obstacle is, lack of money, being shy, lack of confidence, just scared to make a change. Get out that comfort zone. And that's when you'll see your life start to unfold. I did something over the last few months that I feel was life changing. I had never been to a Bulls game. I've been a fan for 30 years. I've been to United Center for different events, but never the Bulls. I've been to the Bears. I've been to the Cubs. I've been to the White Sox. So I went in November around Thanksgiving, and I just sat there looking at the lights, and I was just so happy to be at that game. And I'm like, what have you been doing all these years? It's not like I didn't have money to go. Sometimes I didn't know. There were times when money was tight, and to spend a nice buck on a good seat at the game wasn't a priority. But now I can afford to go. So I want you to do things for yourself. Don't let fear stop you. And if you're not, it's a lot of times people waiting on somebody. If you're not in a relationship, you don't do anything. Do it alone or do it with a friend. Valentine's Day just passed and, it's gone. So people were making a big deal out of that day. It's just a day. Buy yourself some flowers. Buy yourself a nice meal. And always put yourself first. Don't be afraid. Hey, Michael told us a lot of good lessons. What do you all think about all of these things? He knows a little something about something, don't he? Billionaire, 1.6 billion with a B. Greatest athlete, one of them of all times. Part owner or owner of the Charlotte Hornets. Philanthropist. Multiple charities, multiple. And you know, people say they should do that. They're a billionaire, but a lot of people don't. You know, people are millionaires and they don't give a lot out. So it's just a beautiful thing. Drop me some comments and take some of this advice that I read to you about Michael Jordan from Michael Jordan. Oh, happy birthday, Michael Jordan. And I hope it's not snowing where you are. I heard some volatile weather is coming in different areas. So everybody be safe. And spring is coming. Daylight savings is coming. And thank you all so much for watching. Bye-bye.